Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I am simulcasting on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, all with the same username everywhere, Tiffany TLC Music. All my own music except for one song written for me. Most of it is modern American folk, but I also do some vocal looping and acoustic and bluesy songs. And I come on most weekdays at some point between 5:30 and 6:15 p.m. Pacific time for 3 or 4 songs usually. Today I think I am starting to slowly gain the upper hand on a headache, so I will see how that affects my music selection. At the moment I'm thinking Willow in the Wind, possibly One Candle, possibly How I Want to Be, possibly My Boys. Definitely No Worries. I want to do that one for sure. Maybe Judgment Free. I don't know. So, and of course, if you have any song of your own in mind, I will consider that. Or if you have just like a type of song that you want me to consider, like a happy song, sad song, love song, whatever, let me know and I can see what I can do. And be aware that the only way I can see people is when they chat. So I can't see this, likes and so on, although those are great to get for the algorithms. But so if you want to shout out, go ahead and say something, chat, just say hello, and I can see you that way and say hello. So I think I'm gonna start. I don't know what I want to start with. I think I don't know. I'm torn between One Candle and Willow in the Wind. I apologize for the barking dog. I don't know quite what's going to resolve that. Our son is going to take him on a walk, but we're kind of waiting to see if and when that happens. I think maybe I'll do... Gosh, the barking is really unfortunate. I guess I'll do a Willow in the Wind. This is a song about wanting to be flexible in the face of difficult things. Oh, that barking is pretty bad. All right. It's pretty bad. Let's see. Need some more volume here. Gosh, that is really bad. But I just called him. It's kind of unfortunate. We're just gonna have to deal with it this time. First latched on, I knew right then and there my whole life was gone. No time left to prepare. I panicked a bit at first, tried to make the job seem small, but I couldn't deny for long. My baby needed my all. I was gonna be needed like never before. No control over when or how. When I was needed, I'd be needed right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind. Welcoming, adopting, accepting, a willow in the wind. Years later I can say babies will no more be not just a bad idea, but becoming an impossibility. Along the way lost at sea, not just emotionally. Random days slammed with pain, nearly driving me insane. Something in me is breaking, ending like never before. No control over when or how. When it goes, it'll go right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. When my daddy passed away, I wasn't by his side. The nurse said, "Don't come yet," and said that he'd be fine. I know he wanted to go, I know he loved me so, I know he wouldn't have seen eye to eye, even with more time. But death had taken my daddy before we could even try again. No control over when or how. When we go right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. There's a time to mourn what's lost. No, did I? Yes, I did. There's a time to mourn what's lost, to struggle with what's changed, for tears and pain and more. But at the end of the day, for things I cannot change, or wouldn't even if I could, for things that can be hard, whether or not they are good, I wanna dance with what comes, dance like never before, with what I've lost and what I've gained, with what will never be the same. Yeah, I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind, whether in parenting or raging or any tough thing, a willow in the wind. Yeah, I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind. I resist the temptation to go ba-dum-bum-bum, but then I just did it anyway in telling you that. I don't know why I continue to have that temptation after every song. All right, so that was A Willow in the Wind. I was thinking maybe about, oh no, I won't do TikTok because I did that with the song I just did last time. So, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I definitely want to do No Worries. But I feel like doing some songs that I've already done kind of recently. Oh, golly. Maybe I'll do How I Want to Be. Why not? This is a song about learning a new way of not just communicating with people, but thinking about people and their motives. Inspired by a method of communication called nonviolent communication. Hi, Carrie! Sparkle Heart, back to you. How are you doing today? Did you see Claire's great suggestion about Twitch having an original music focus, or not focus, but like, I don't know. I don't know enough about Twitch to really get the full parameters of what she was suggesting, but I like the idea, even though I'm not a big fan of Twitch. But like, I think I've realized that I think one of the problems with broadcasting on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and not any, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube anyway, is that there are a lot of people who, almost all of us, are subscribed and following many things on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And we don't necessarily want notifications coming on our phone from any of those apps for that reason, because it just would be a deluge of notifications. And so, like, what was great about Periscope and even Haps, well, definitely Haps, is that, yeah, it's very cool. What was great about Haps and Periscope were that there were many people, I think, I amongst them, who only followed, we followed musicians on Periscope. I maybe had a few people I was following on Haps. And so I didn't mind getting notifications for the whole app on my phone. Like whoever, just all notifications from that app, bring them on. Because I knew I wouldn't get deluged. Whereas Facebook, there's no way I would put general notifications on my phone because I would get absolutely deluged with notifications. I think that's been a bit of a problem I know it's been a bit of a problem for certain people who are interested in my broadcast, but by the time they find out about it, my mom, for example, by the time she finds out about it, it's already happened because she doesn't have notifications from Facebook coming on her phone for the same reason that I wouldn't want them. So I think it was nice it's nice to always be broadcasting to at least one app where most people are only following a few people or a manageable number of people so that they feel comfortable getting all notifications on their phone. And that way you have at least one app where everybody's going to get told that you're on. I wish there was another thing like Haps that was, or Periscope, better yet. Periscope was awesome. I miss Periscope, Carrie. I think Twitch is the closest thing, even though it's but I mean, isn't that a lot, Carrie? So you don't get notifications from friends? If you're friends with, I'm sure there's a way in settings to fine tune it now that I'm thinking about it, but most people don't have the time to do that, or whatever, they don't take the time to do that. So if you think about, when I go onto my Facebook feed, right, I open Facebook, I go on Facebook 15 minutes a day. This is my routine. I go on, I look at the little bell, and it says you've got 20 notifications. And I open it, and it'll be like, oh, Joe commented on your post, or whatever. And you go through, and it's not just people that are live. It's everybody who commented on anything you commented on. I mean, it's a slew of things. I would not want all of those things to be popping up on my phone. So I just wish there was another app where, I suggested my mom download Twitch because I said, Mom, you're not going to follow anybody else on Twitch. You're just going to follow me. And so you can allow notifications on your phone for that app because the only person you're going to get notifications from is me. And so it's nice to have a platform where you're broadcasting where it's like that, where people are only on Twitch, I think there are a fair number of people who, I'm sure there are people who are following hundreds of people on Twitch, no doubt, but Twitch is maybe not a great example because it is a popular platform, but like a Haps or Periscope, I want there to be another smaller platform where it's easier for a small fish in a small fish to be a small fish in a small fish in a small pond rather than a small fish in a big pond. And more importantly, to be on an app where it's just people are more likely to get notified, basically. So anyway, just venting. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming / venting. But anyway, I'm going to do how I want to be. And I already kind of introduced it and then chatted about something completely different. But I won't go over it again. All right. It's not a lot of notifications. I get more from Twitter, but it doesn't bother me. If I start getting too many, I just put the do not disturb on. That's smart. I mean, and clearly there are people that are getting notifications, but I worry that when my main broadcasting platforms, first of all, when my main broadcasting platforms are places where they're big ponds, there are lots of people, lots of competition for attention on those platforms, on all of those 4 platforms, it's harder to stand out, harder to get noticed. And because they're big platforms, there are also, I think there are more people who go like this for notifications. And I just, with all of those both of those factors in my mind, I'm wishing for a smaller platform. Like, I'm wishing that Haps would stay the same or Periscope was still around. So, but it's not. Neither of those things is the case. And I don't know. Do you know if there's any latest cool platform coming up, or are we stuck with these behemoths? Have you heard of any cool options? Do I see? Oh, my microphone is like almost upside down. Here we go. Do I see an evil man? I'm a man who's lost his way. Do I hear what's in his heart? Or do I hear what his words say? Do I demonize you? Or can I see through? I wanna see the real you, 'cause as I think, so I do. I've learned how to think of things in a way that helps you think. I wanna be the way that I want to be. As a teen, I tried to meet my needs through judgment and anger. to be. Boom. All right. Dancing to an imaginary beat. Let's see. By the way, how are you today, Carrie? If you feel like sharing. I am kind of recovering from being just like triggered around this issue that there's some anxiety around. Like I checked a box, but have some part of me has some qualms about how the box was checked, and I'm like, I want to just, okay, done with that, moving on, and it's still lingering in my mind a bit. I don't like it. So we did Willow in the Wind and How I Want to Be. I Want to Do No Worries and one other song. What will that song be? I don't know. Any suggestions? I'm open to. It's been a while since I've done Judgment Free. Like a while. Could do that one. Could also do You Always Knew. I don't know. I'm not really. It's like I want a particular kind of song, and I've either sung it too recently or I don't have it. So I need to write more songs. What I kind of want to do, you know what? I'm going to do I'm So Done. Because it's Friday. And I think that one would help me. So I'm So Done and then No Worries. A little late. Normally we do I'm So Done right off, but that's okay. Oops. Let's see. So long That's so good, William. I'm glad you're doing great. Trevor, how are you? As well. Trevor, I was having a little chat at the beginning, just getting some input around. I have a couple of several relatives and friends, family friends, that used to pop on regularly. And I think the reason they're not, it sounds like, is because they just, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube and Twitch are all very popular apps, saturated with things to follow and so on. And most of us, not most of us, but quite a few people are following many, many people or friends with many, many people on all of those platforms. When that is the case, like let's say me with Facebook, I have a lot of Facebook friends that people I'm following, people I get notifications from. The last thing I would want to do is have all those notifications popping on my phone. Because of that issue, I think a lot of people say, and then, like on Facebook, my mom, for example, she finds out that I broadcasted every morning when she checks her Facebook feed. Oh, I missed her broadcast. You know, I really miss having I miss being a small fish in a small pond too, where it's like it's easier to get attention, like Periscope, even Haps. So with those two things together, I'm really realizing I'm really missing a platform like that that's less big, i.e. that's smaller. And, I feel like Haps, the interface is just no-go, at least last I checked, and doesn't seem to be changing. And, of course, Periscope's gone. And I'm just wondering if you've heard of any new up-and-coming little platforms that I could add to my Restream thing. Restream lists a ton of different options. Let's see, if I hit, let's see, I don't want to open up a new page and navigate away from this, but if I am curious, if I go, Facebook is screwing the broadcaster. Oh, yeah? Why do you say that? Is it beyond what I'm saying? Is there another reason that you're saying that? Or why do you say that specifically? Okay, so the destination options on Restream are, of course, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn in beta, Telegram, DLive, Dailymotion, Trovo, MX Cloud, Keiko TV, Naver TV, Nemo TV, Non-Olive, VLive, VK Live, Good Game, that's probably all gaming, Hoya.com, Zenku TV, Bibli, or Bilibili, a free TV, Mob Crush, ML Major League Gaming, MLG, Doyu, Live Education, Vaughn Live, Breakers.tv, Picarto.tv, I'm almost done, OKR.ru, FC2 Live, Steam, oh God, yeah, and Tele2. And you can also do a custom RTMP, so you can pick specific locations. They won't share and seem to limit discoverability. Carrie, I had said that a while back, and you had said, no, you just need to, do you remember we talked about this a while back when my mom was like, what should I follow on? And you felt confident at that time that all you had to do was tell the app that you wanted to get notifications and that you would get them. Because I've maintained that I'm not so sure, because I get these little things like, hey, this was a pretty good broadcast. Do you want people to see it? Money talks, I get these little things like, hey, you want to promote your broadcast? I'm just saying. Maybe not so overt, but I have long suspected that this was the case. But even if it wasn't the case, there's still the issue that I'm talking about. That was about notifications. Well, but isn't that the same thing? Oh, are you saying, oh, you're saying like if you have, it's difficult to discover new people, people that you're not already following. Maybe that's kind of more the point you're making. Anyway, let's do No Worries. God, it's already 6:27. What? Oh yeah, my worried brain. I really want to move on from this issue that's on my mind. So let's do No Worries. If you've had a worrisome week or just a taxing week, it's Friday. Hopefully you can relax into the weekend. By the way, I want to keep reminding folks that I am off. I'm going to be off the week of the 18th through the 22nd. I will not be broadcasting that week. Yes, Periscope posted a global map and had categories you could search. Right. Yes, I have noticed that about Facebook. It doesn't feel like you can find, it's not easy to find new music. Yeah, that rings a bell. And is that kind of what Claire's asking Twitch? Twitch kind of does that, but she's asking that they also have a original music category that I'm stunned they don't have already. Ooh, what happened? Oh, no. There we go. Third time's the charm. something is amiss there. Claire just finished a Facebook stream. She attracted 50 viewers. There's something amiss there, indeed. For the big Claire to get that. Yeah, no, there's just not enough. Facebook really started and seems like, just like you're saying, Twitch is still a gamer site at heart. Facebook is still friends focused at heart. The algorithms are garbage. It's all about the algorithms. Something's amiss with the algorithms. Anyway, Trevor, I wasn't sure you were still there. Good to see ya. Good to hear ya. Thanks for being with me. If you have any ideas, Trevor, I was just asking about platforms that I miss, the Periscopes and even the Haps before the change, and little platforms that are better fits for small fish like me. They can stand out a little more easily. It's just difficult to... One thing that does help me, I took a music law class for my continuing legal education to help out. Yeah, you too, Trevor. To help out my son, because he's on DistroKid and publishing, hundreds of songs, and he's just nuts. He's crazy busy and prolific. But I took this music law class, and before, if you have like a chart, before it was like this many musicians and they're all getting kind of similar views, and then maybe it drops off and there are just a few musicians that aren't getting very many. Well, now there's a big long tail because it's so easy. It just goes off. You can't see me, but I'm going on and on. So many musicians now that have so much easier access to performing or streaming their recordings online to the public than ever before. And so it's just $19 a year on DistroKid and your songs are on Spotify. It's just unprecedented access, which is great for creativity, but it's tough for the individual artists to get any attention, Yeah. We have to master the intricacies of the medium. You're right, Carrie. You're right. Sorry. Absolutely. It's tough. All right, guys. Thanks for your input and thoughts. And if you have any follow-up thoughts, feel free to message me. I know there's TikTok. I can't live stream on there, though, but I'm aware that I just need to... I don't know. I know that's kind of first on my list in terms of promotional stuff. Keegan's doing some pretty cool things. He's creating an Instagram story with one of his songs, and he's submitting his songs to playlists like Spotify playlists and things. I don't know. This is more his life though, and for me this is a tiny little thing that I'm just doing for fun, and I just don't have enough time, or I'm not putting enough time in it to do all of the things I could possibly do. And I have mixed feelings about that. I don't want to say I don't have the time, because certainly there are choices I'm making, and it's tougher, I think, when there are things that are making it tough to make that other choice, I guess. Anyway, thanks for being with me. Have a happy, good weekend. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. COVID is still out there. You don't want to get it. Long COVID sucks. Thank you. Ta-ta for now, Carrie. Love you guys. TLC to all of you from me. If you are new, please do consider following any one of these spots: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Sharing the broadcast. That'd be awesome. And coming on again live when you can, replay when you must. I am on most weekdays, some point between 5:30 and 6:15 plus p.m. Pacific time, for mostly modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but I also do some vocal looping and bluesy songs, all my own songs except one song written for me, and hope to see you again real soon. I'm getting pretty fast at that. Bye, everyone.